I did a show, and remember, 40 years of radio, you understand how much interaction that involves with people? I am convinced, by the way, that I have talked with, not to, with more people than any living human being in the world. I did the arithmetic, and I can't imagine who spoke to more people. Very few people have been doing this for 40 years. And remember, I'm talking with people, not just to. And I've learned a lot. And I have learned how many people live lives that are, again, devoted to avoiding pain. So I did one show on this subject. I said, it is better to have been married and divorced than never to have been married. And I got a lot of calls disagreeing with me. I am I'm adamant about that sentiment, by the way. Better to have been married and divorced than never to have been married. See, since I don't believe that the purpose of life is to avoid pain, I think there are many purposes of life, but one of them is to lead as deep a life as possible. Marriage adds to your depth. You get deeper if you marry. Even if you marry lousy, you get deeper. It's just a fact. Ask anybody who's been married. Would you say that you are in any way at all deeper because you got married? More mature because you got married? Now, I admit people don't aspire to either depth or maturity today. These are terms that have no meaning to most people. It's very tragic. That's really tragic. But to the extent that they mean anything to you who are listening to me now, they're a big deal. To grow up makes you grow up. So a woman called my show. This was classic. Said, I'm sorry, Dennis, I don't agree with you. I asked her, are you married? Said, no. How old are you? 35. Said, okay, let me ask you a question. If I had two 43-year-old men that I could set you up with, I ascertained she wants to get married. And all you knew was that one had been married and was divorced, and one had never been married. Which one would you go on a date with? And I loved it. These are my favorite moments in radio. There was silence. Silence on radio is so powerful. And as soon as there was silence, I knew I had made my point. And she just said, yeah, you're right. If she has a choice of two 43-year-old men, and all she knows is one had been married, she knows that one had already embarked on being responsible and knew how to make a commitment theoretically. I mean, we don't know anything else. But based on that, that's what we knew.